So the weather stopped being unpleasant, and I passed this interesting memorial on my way back to Salzburg from Burghausen. The weather was on and off raining, lovely scenery in the late afternoon, early evening, towards the mountains in the south. I'm passing into Salzburg state there. Leaving the state of Upper Austria, where Braunau is situated, and Burghausen. Very nice agricultural, picturesque sort of landscape. Still raining. Heading into the village of Arnsdorf there. That's also the road I came out on as well. Nice cycle lane on it. I can't remember if I rode on it. Very nice sort of pastoral landscape, and then I ended up in Obendorf, which is the Silent Night Holy Night Chapel location. And the text reads, in 1906, the Church of St. Nicola, which had fallen into disrepair, had to be torn down. Silent Night had become world famous, and Obendorf wanted to commemorate the place of the carol's origin. On the site of the old St. Nicholas Church, construction of a memorial chapel was begun in 1928 in honour of the composer Franz Haver Gruber and the lyricist Joseph Moore. Fundraisers, as well as the sale of postcards and other memorabilia, helped finance the new building. At the chapel's opening ceremony in August 15th, 1937, the Austrian Chancellor Dr. Schuschnigg, Salzburg's Governor Dr. Rehl, and Bishop Dr. Filzer attended. Franz and Felix Gruber, left picture, singing Silent Night at the opening of the chapel, grandsons of the composer, were present as well. The Silent Night Chapel stands as a symbol of the famous song and its message of peace. It is a special place which brings thousands of visitors from all parts of the earth to Obendorf. Another interesting thing is that Dr. Schuschnigg, he was the last Chancellor of Austria before Hitler annexed the country. To my understanding, they were going to have a referendum on whether or not Austria should join Germany, and before the referendum took place, Hitler annexed it, and then held a referendum in which the Austrians were overwhelmingly in favour of joining Germany. But anyway, that's a bit of a tangent. So the original chapel was demolished due to unsafety. Here is the stones of it. Schiffkirche zu St. Nicola means that St. Nicholas was the patron saint of barges on the river, and due to the geology of the location, which we'll get to in a minute, that's a very dangerous part of the river. So St. Nicholas, for that reason, was the patron saint of the church because he protected the barges. And there's a collared dove pair out and about, and also a statue commemorating the two who performed Silent Night. There's some information on the carol itself, some interesting bits. It was performed in 1822 in front of the Austrian Kaiser Franz I and the Russian Tsar Alexander I at the same time. And it was also played for the first time in New York in 1839 and was spread by missionaries throughout the world. First performed 1818, so that's how old it is. Here is Stille Nacht Platz, Silent Night Holy Night Place, and this information reads more about the Church of St. Nicholas. Over the centuries, the site of the Obendorf Church, St. Nicholas, has been a challenging one. Numerous floods gradually weakened the walls and foundations, the oldest of which date back to the 12th century. Then and again, fires destroyed rafters and interiors. Repeatedly, it was attempted to restore the damaged parts of the church. Funds were solicited in a collective effort. If all restoration attempts failed, building began anew. It was important for the Barger community of Obendorf to have their own church. The Bargers led perilous lives, and St. Nicholas was the patron saint they prayed to, as previously mentioned. In 1798, a newly built church was consecrated on the site. It was in this church that Franz Havergruber and Joseph Moore performed their new carol, Stille Nacht, or Silent Night, for the very first time. Sadly, this church suffered the same fate as its predecessors. Channeling of the riverbed between 1851 and 1875 led to even more frequent flooding. Towards the turn of the century, the building was considered unsafe, and in 1906, its demolition was decided. And there's also a museum there, there's signs for it, and things like that, and the maypole is still up as well. That's some remains of the chapel. Also the flags, because we're on the border here. That's the Silent Night Museum, which wasn't open when I was there. Looking into the town of Laufen there, in the other side of the river, that's Germany over there. And the town was split during the Napoleonic Wars. It was originally one part of one country, but it was split. And the part of Laufen, which you can see in the centre, poking up on the bend of the river, that's Germany. The other side, where I was, and you can see in the top of the centre, the Stille Nacht Kapelle location, and the route I took along the riverside. And so it's a bit confusing at times as to where you actually are, whether you're in Germany or in Austria. And then alongside the river, there's this information board which describes the geology of the location and the channeling of the river and the different sort of stone pieces. And you can see in the original pictures that the course was different until it was channeled, and this caused great amount of problems for shipping, which is why the Church of St. Nicholas is dedicated to the barges. So you can see over there into Laufen. There's also a view of the bridge as well. This is also the town of the 1st Fire Brigade in Salzburg, and there's the statue of the founder. Information about the founding of the fire. The founding of the Fire Brigade and the history of it. And information about the founder, born 1812 and died 1905. And described in many histories as the founder of the Fire Brigade. And there's a picture of the large town fire in 1864, which provoked the founding of one of the fires which provoked the founding of the Fire Brigade. The bridge itself is quite a wonder. Built in 1903. It's called the Salzburg Bridge. And the far end, from my position, was the coat of arms of Bavaria. And then on the other end is the Austrian coat of arms. That looks like the coat of arms of Austria-Hungary, actually, of the old empire. But I can't really tell. And then, so that was Obendorf. Very interesting history. And a place to go back to, because the video doesn't really do it justice. But anyway, after that, I continued along the river, more or less alongside it. Couldn't quite go directly alongside it, and ended up getting closer to Salzburg, and it was starting to get dark by then. Evening. I've got about 90 miles on the clock, I think, and I'm in Obendorf, which is near Salzburg, and I've just been to the Stille Nacht Kapelle, or the Silent Night Chapel, which is where the song Silent Night was first sort of done. But the church has been destroyed by flooding so many times that it was demolished eventually, and then they built another church which also was flooded. Now there's just that one there, I think. And that's also trying to work out where I am. I've come from here. The river's flowing that way. I've got to go against the river flow to Salzburg, so I'm going up there. I'll just check the map because it's a bit confusing. Anyway, I'm going to get off now, and we'll speak in a bit. So, cheerio. It stopped raining as well, by the way. Well, it's still wet. Right then. Cheerio then. Alright, good evening. It's 9:15 in the evening, and I've done 102.5 miles in 9 hours 9 minutes. I hit the 100 miles in 8 hours 58 minutes. And now I'm just heading under that bridge over there, through an industrial estate, and then I hit the river where the Salzach confluence is, and then head up the river from there. So maybe I'm looking at 107, 108, so perhaps just another 6 miles, maybe 10, maybe 6 to 10 miles. That's where I've come from. You can see the mountains there. That one there's the Untersberg, and I think that one behind might be the Watzmann, but I don't think so, I'm not sure, I don't know, I shall have to look. You can hear the crickets. I saw a hare earlier on today. There's something over there. Is that a hare or just a rat? No, that's a hare, I think. So that's 2 hares, no, 3 I think. That one, or is that the same one as before? I don't know where it is now. he's going over there now, he's going under the bridge. I won't be able to take a picture. That's a hare. I've seen 6 cats as well, just farm cats. And not really anything else, so with that I'm going to sign off, and I'll do the final video on the river in Salzburg. So with that, I'll speak in a bit. Cheerio. Alright, good evening. It's 9:20. There's the fortress. I've done 108.9 miles in 9 hours 43 minutes. So, I don't think that's too bad. It's been completely fasted apart from the cake I had at Berghausen. That's a nice piece of cake there. And the Apfelschorle was nice as well. The next time I go, it'll have to be 2 Apfelschorle, I think, if it's a hot day. Maybe 2 cakes as well. That'd be greedy. I'll have to do it once though. I'm on the river. There's Gran Turismo, the bike shop. It was the English Pedalers Club evening this evening. I was trying to get back to see it, but I've missed it, so I'll definitely go next week, because I haven't got many left. And I'm missing out on Robin's homemade quiches, which are very nice. So, that's it for now. It's been a really good ride. I'm pleased with my fitness. My knee and back of my left calf was, left knee and left calf were aching quite a bit, but now I feel alright. Perhaps the knee was aching a bit at times, but so I'm going to take it easy for the next couple of days until I wanted to do a big mountainous ride at the weekend. But maybe that won't be such a good idea if my knee's still playing up. I wanted to do quite a few mountains in the dark, including the Kelsteinstrasse. Anyway, I'm going to sign off for now. So thanks for watching, and until next time. Alright, cheerio.